Welcome back. We are in conversation with Sanjay Rishi, the President of American Express South Asia. As far as corporate spending is concerned, are you seeing an uptrend which could probably be an indicator of signs of revival in the economy?
Yes and no. And let me expand on that comment. What we're seeing is that the larger companies, the multinational companies and the large companies are getting more and more aware of managing the travel and entertainment expenses. Firstly, it's a very important expense item. Secondly, the availability of technology now enables people to have meetings through telepresence and conference calls and the like. So we are seeing that the travel and entertainment growth amongst existing companies, what we call organic growth, that is moderating. But the level of sophistication amongst companies on leveraging the American Express corporate card as a way to identify and manage your travel and entertainment expenses is also growing. So we find that there's a larger number of new clients, but the existing clients are moderating their spend. That's on the travel and entertainment space. What we are seeing, which is very exciting to us, happen in India is that a number of companies have started to use the corporate card as a way of managing their purchasing as well. And because they find it's important for them to break it down by level of detail which a bank-to-bank transfer does not allow them to get. What did you buy? How many units? At what price? Was the price what was negotiated in the purchase agreement? Does it match up? Were the products delivered? So those kind of B2B oriented applications for the corporate card is a very exciting new area for us, and that's growing, I would say, in the very strong double-digit territory, even as our corporate travel and entertainment spending is in the mid-teens territory.
But if you were to segmentize the two, are the large corporate spending more or SMEs?
On a piece of plastic, it is the large corporations. In terms of the absolute volume of spending on plastic, cash, checks, direct transfers, I don't think there's data available, but the mid-market and the small business segment is pretty substantial. But over there, the key challenge is going to have to be to get them on board with the concept of a credit card. So what we're seeing companies switch, the kind of companies we're seeing switching from check payments or cash payments to corporate card are the larger organizations. The smaller, and when I say larger organizations, these are mid-market organizations, but at the higher end. The smaller companies have yet to get on board with the concept, but I have no doubt they will with the passage of time.
You did mention about concept of loyalty programs to win back customers and to retain customers. How far has it been successful in a country like India, particularly Payback being one of the largest multi-brand loyalty program being offered? Do you feel diversification has actually worked for the company, or had it been better if you would have just focused on particular type of clients and kept this to be a more focused loyalty program?
Yeah, so let me provide some context here. Around the world and in India, in companies ranging from banking organizations, credit card companies, retail organizations, travel agencies, insurance firms, movie companies, one of the key challenges that faces these companies is that you may be able to attract a customer to your franchise by giving a cashback program or a deep discount, but keeping that customer, the stickiness, is hard to do.
Right, particularly with such competition.
Exactly. So you give a price off, and you find that customer comes to you for the afternoon, and the next day she's gone. So that's a key problem that people are grappling with, is how do you create retention? And traditionally, people have focused on approaches that tend to be along the lines of price differentiation, which is not sustainable. It impacts economics. Product differentiation, that is hard to do if you're not in the manufacturing space. Distribution differentiation, well, that's getting killed with the growth of online commerce. So the more evolved companies are thinking more and more along the lines of creating an outstanding customer experience, which simply put is the customer going to recommend you to a close friend? Is she going to say, try that product or try that service? And rewards or loyalty is a very important part of that customer experience. If you can give something of value to the customer in every transaction, and if you can do that in a way that lets that value build up over time, then that's a very important part of creating that recommend to a friend type of customer experience. The rub is that not many companies have the core characteristics that enable them to invest in loyalty programs, and A lot of companies have invested in standalone loyalty programs. The airlines started this move a long time back. American Express was one of the pioneers in this space when we launched membership rewards. So you have those examples. But the characteristics that generally need to exist to offer a loyalty program is you must have access to a critical mass of customers. You must have margin capacity to fund rewards. You must have purchase frequency that lets customers accumulate rewards to a meaningful level. And you must have access to redemption options that appeal to the customer. So those are the characteristics. And not every company can offer those characteristics. They might want to be in the loyalty program, but let's talk about a gas company, for instance. You don't have the margin even if you have the purchase frequency and you have an attractive redemption option, which is free fuel. Or you look at a high-end electronics retailer. You've got the margin, but you don't have the purchase frequency, and you don't have the choice of redemption options that allow you to become a successful loyalty play. So what a coalition or a multi-brand loyalty program simply does is that it ties up with a number of partner brands, and it leverages marketing analytics to enable those partner brands to attract and, more importantly, keep the customers. And the way it works is that all these partner brands, which are complementary brands, selected in a way that would translate into a meaningful share of the consumer's wallet. So think movies, think retail, think travel, think banking, think credit cards. And everything is unified in the form of giving points to the customer, who we call the collector. And you build points as you go. And because you're building points across all the partners, you build them much faster, and you can hit those redemption levels much faster than if you were to shop in a single format.
But what are the challenges in this, particularly in a space and a country and market like India? There is immense competition, particularly in the financial services space. How would you encourage customers to actually become loyal to a loyalty program?
Well, it's actually, the mechanics of the program automatically translate into loyalty, because if you are earning points during the course of a daily experience, you're using your mobile phone, you are fueling up, you are shopping at a big bazaar, you're going and watching a movie, every once in a while you book a trip with Make My Trip, you get points. And then pretty quickly you find that these points add into something meaningful. From time to time, you'll get special offers from any of these partners that you can get extra points for certain periods of time if you shop with them. And those are tailored programs that we generate through our analytics platform to generate, to get more sales for our partners, what we call lift, in terms of, higher spending per customer, and shift, getting more customers from the competition. So these points really build up quickly. And then you have a number of very attractive redemption options that we provide. One, the partners provide redemption options, so you can get a free ticket from Make My Trip or a free holiday. You can get free products from Big Bazaar. You can get free fuel from HPCL. But two, we also have a very strong redemption catalog. So this virtuous cycle, earning points, getting offers from our brand partners, and being able to redeem them across our brand partners, but also the redemption catalog, is really what works in our favor, and it translates into real incremental sales. And that's important for us because we don't think of ourselves as just a points company. We are a performance marketing company. Right. At the core, if we do not provide the marketing analytics that enable our partners to experience new customers or higher spending amongst existing customers, then we don't get paid. So
digital revolution that is taking place. Where do you see American Express in South Asia 10 years down the line?
Well, it's a tremendously exciting time to be in South Asia. As I mentioned earlier, Malvika, the economy is very, very cash oriented. And there is a committed effort which is happening at the government level, at the regulator level, with the players in the payments business, to change that, because everybody knows that dealing with cash brings inefficiency. So there's a concerted effort to change that, and change is happening. It is happening at a certain pace, and if anything, there's an upside, but not a downside, to the pace at which payments are getting electronified and cash is moving out of the system. So I think this confluence of factors in a market that is so large and so cash intensive is rare to see, and that's what makes South Asia in general, India in particular, a very, very exciting market for us to be. We've been here for a long time. We intend to be here for an even longer time.
Well, thank you, Sanjay. It was a pleasure talking to you, and good luck to you with all the endeavors that you intend to take on.
Pleasure, Malvika.
We were in conversation with Sanjay Rishi, the President of American Express South Asia. Thank you for watching.